The title of this video says it all, as you can see. Before, during, and after our marriages, we tend to get a lot of advices from our family members, our parents, our sponsors, and a lot of people around. And as young couples, we tend to follow everything to ensure that our marriage go on successfully. But there are three bad advice that I get, but I don't wish to follow them, and I am not going to be following them anymore. And I want to share it with couples and also hear their perspective from it. For me, these three advice are wrong and should not be given. And even if they are to be given, there should be exemptions to it. Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Nurses Lecture Room YouTube channel. My name is Mary, popularly known as a nurse with a difference, and I make learning easy and accessible for all my viewers. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you three bad advice that they give to couples, but I feel and I know it is wrong. Yes. But before we go into details into this class, if you are new on our YouTube channel and these are content you are interested in, please click on that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Mary saying thank you. Let's go there. All right, welcome back. I'm going to go straight to the three bad advice I received, and I'm not going to be following any longer. So the first bad advice I received was don't go to bed mad. Yes, they'll tell you no matter how bad it is during the day, when you want to go to bed, make sure that it's sorted out before both parties go to bed. Let me tell you something, when emotions are high, things actually don't get sorted out. They don't get really trashed. When emotions are high, most times it is advisable you give each other that space. You give each other time to think about it. You see these people telling you, oh, don't go to bed mad. Ask them, do they really follow this advice? And if they do, does it really get trashed out thoroughly when it happens? Because sometimes you feel this whole thing is trashed out, but this is just trashed out as a result of the high emotions, but it is not really sorted out. And I want to let you know that men and women are wired differently. We are not wired the same as the men. When something happened, no matter the arguments, like there's a big argument, there was a big quarrel, there was a big fight between partners. You see the man, you see the boy, like sleeping like nothing happened. This is because the men can compartmentalize things when compared to the men. The women, they have recurring thoughts more than they can control. So the man sleeps off as if nothing happened, and the woman is at the bedside looking at the husband with a bad eye, like, oh, you see this man, he doesn't want to sort things out. He's sleeping and we had a big fight. Imagine, like the woman just keep on busy thinking. And just assume in that situation where the man is fast asleep and he has something to do the next morning. And you, because you have that mindset, don't go to bed mad. You now wake the man up and we have to talk tonight. It might trigger more harm than good. So allow the man sleep peacefully. Try as much as possible to suppress that recurring thought that keep entering your head and sleep peacefully. Hopefully the next day when everywhere is calm, it can be trashed out. You see that principle of don't go to bed mad. It usually applies when it keep happening. It's not trashed out. You keep putting it under the carpet. You quarrel today. You don't trash it out. It keeps going. It keeps increasing. And you know when you keep putting things under the carpet, it's going to get high and it's going to cause a lot of problem. That is when the principle of don't go to bed mad should apply. Yet, just know that men and women are wired differently, and also men know how to compartmentalize things more than the women. Women will usually have recurring thoughts, we keep thinking over and over again, but men, they don't usually think the way we think. They don't usually get themselves disturbed. Even if the thing is bothering them, they don't get themselves disturbed the same way we get themselves disturbed. And because you have to trash these things out, you have to talk, does not mean you should disturb your partner's sleep. It can't be trashed out tomorrow. As far you revisit that incident that took place and get it sorted out, it doesn't really matter if it's that same day or the next day. Please and please go to bed mad, wake up and trash it out when emotions are on the low side. That is my own take. That takes me to the second bad advice I received. The second bad advice I received is don't keep scores. Okay, I'm here to tell you that I have been keeping scores and it has been helping me. I have been keeping scores on what my partner is doing and it has been helping me. But let me tell you something. Yes, the scores I'm talking about. It is very, very important you keep scores of the good deed of what your husband is doing, not the wrong things that he's doing, not the things that he's not doing right, not the things that she is not doing right. Keep scores. That reminds you, oh, my partner is making useful contribution towards this marriage. Definitely, I should also make my own contribution towards this marriage. So keep scores. Remind yourself of the good thing your partner is doing. Remind yourself of the good thing your spouse is doing and neglect or ignore the negative aspects. Keep scores of the positive things. For those that advise us not to keep scores, I believe that they advised us not to keep scores because they don't want us to keep scores of the wrongdoings of our spouse. Because research has shown that partners usually over evaluate their contribution. For example, I am married. I over evaluate my contribution in a marriage and feel that my partner is giving less while I am giving more. So if we keep scores and feel that, oh, this is the contribution my partner is giving, and this my partner is giving a lot, that should motivate me to also give more in the marriage. So it is very important you keep scores of the right things your spouse is doing and not keeping scores of the wrong thing. Yes, keep scores, but keeping scores of the right thing is going to help build your marriage. It's going to remind you of your spouse's importance. It's going to remind you of how useful, how important your spouse is to you in a marriage. So that is the second bad advice I received, and I want you to know. Then that takes me to the third advice, which I want to share with you. The third advice I received is not even just from the marriage counselor, not just from my parents. Like, this advice circulates on social media and everywhere, and they tell you, be brutally honest to your partner. Be brutally honest. Let me tell you something. I think kindness should be of utmost priority than brutality. Yes, you should be kind. Like, with the way you present your words to your partner, that should matter a lot. Because when you just come, you say, oh, I'm brutally honest. If I love you, I should tell you the truth. You are brutally honest. You are actually damaging your partner's ego. You are killing their self-esteem without you knowing. So yes, it's good to tell them when they are wrong. It's good to tell them when they are falling apart. But you don't have to be brutally honest. Kindness should also be your watchword. You tell your spouse words that you will not even tell your boss. You tell your spouse words that you will not tell your friends because they're going to feel bad about it. But because the society tells you you should be brutally honest, you go to your spouse and tell you are this, you are that. Like, even if you want to make corrections, corrections should be made with kindness. Correction should be made with love. When doing the brutality things, make sure you have the heart of your partner at hand and ask yourself this question: if my partner comes to meet me this same way I am meeting her, or this same way I'm meeting him to talk about this, how will I feel? So, brutality, when it comes to honesty, we have to take that into consideration, because while you are doing that, you are actually killing the love the other person have for you, all in the name of brutality. Yes, correction is important, but correcting in love matters a lot. So, honesty, brutality, that is not it. For me, yes, you have to correct someone, yes, but you just have to be mindful. You just have to put kindness, love, and the highest esteem compared to your brutality. Yes. So for those that have been advising us to be brutally honest, say it's plain black, say it the way it is, be careful. You might be hurting someone while trying to be brutally honest. Use some languages, use another way to say, oh, I need this changed. You want something changed, get it as a gift. You want this to be sorted out. You systematically just pass the information without trampling on your partner's ego or on your partner's self esteem. So for those that advise us to be brutally honest, I don't see this as a good advice, because you might think you are brutally honest, you are impacting on your partner, you are impacting on your spouse, but on the long run, you are creating social distancing and also physical distancing between the both parties, especially for women. Like I said in the beginning, women and men are wired differently. So be careful of the words you say to your wife and your spouse, all in the name of brutality, all in the name of being honest. The way you see it might not be the way your spouse or your wife sees the whole brutality, honesty. So for those that told us We should be brutally honest. For me, that is a bad advice. So these are the three bad advice that I received during, before, and after marriage. And I don't like it. I know those that gave me this advice, those that are sharing this advice, they're actually sharing it so that we can all benefit. But personally, I feel these advices are wrong and I'm never going to take it again. I'm never going to pass it to my child. Never. So if you disagree with this point of mine, feel free to drop in the comment section. Your opinion is welcome. So thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm just checking the time. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Mercy Mary saying thank you. Bye and see you in our next video.